going on? What's going on? Real quick post, right? So at first I was gonna make this message for a message for the youth, but I realized this is an ageless message. You know what I mean? So, but first of all, is this: I think people of all ages, whether you're young or old, have to know that not everybody that you communicate with, people that you call so-called friends, not every time that they reach out to you and they call you, they're calling with your best interest in mind. A lot of people will call you and they're not calling necessarily to check on how you're doing. They want to see what you're doing. They want to check your progress. They just want a progress report on you. You got to watch people like that. They're not bringing any value to your life. They're not bringing any information. They're not bringing any, business ideas. They're not bringing even anything creative, or anything really positive. Every time they reach out to you, there's a gap in between the communication. But when they do reach out, it's like, what's up? What you been up to? What you doing? It's always, what are you? They're never telling you what they're doing. They're never telling you what they want to do. They always want to know what you're doing. Sometimes, depending on the type of person you are, and depending on your nature, you don't think that a person is reaching out to you with something so subconsciously selfish. So when they say what you've been up to, oh, I just been working on this project here. I'm trying to do this right now. I'm working on this, that, whatever it may be. You're just blah. You're just giving them everything. And you just be like, what's up with you? And then they're just like, shit, nothing, just chilling. And they could be involved in a lot of stuff, but they're just not telling you. They're just checking on you. But that's a good thing. What that means is you're a person worthy of checking up on. You're a person that they know has the potential and the ability to make moves. So they don't want you to ride off into the sunset with your positive moves. They want to know what you're doing, pretend that they care, so when you do pop and blow and go, they can ride along with you. To my next point, and this one is across the board. See, that first one is for whether you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. But this one here is also for 20s, 30s, and 40s, but it's really more for people who are probably a little older, because it takes time for you to build up such a large database and number of people that you have in your phone and acquaintances, so-called friends and so on. You have to see me, whether you're talking about friends and family, I was always that guy every Christmas to send Merry Christmas wishes, Happy New Year wishes, Happy Thanksgiving wishes to people, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day. I would remember friends and family birthdays and reach out to people, But what I started to realize is, and you usually have to go through something, where you're out of commission, not by your own decision, like you're out of whether it's, an illness or something, where you're unable to reach out to people. And that's when you realize all the people that you reached out to, not all of them reach out to you. So then you have to now take the time to say, something? What if I didn't reach out to people? What if I didn't text someone after a few weeks or a month or two and say, hey, what's up? Would they reach out to you? So I think you have to get to a point, and I think you need to get to an age to get to that point where you've been through some life experience, I think, to be able to do it. But it may work for someone in their 20s also. I'm not saying you can't do it. What you have to do is take a break. Take a break from being that first one. Take a break from being the one that's always reaching out first. Wait and see who's going to reach out for you. Let that week go by. Let that month go by. Let those 2 months go by. But don't be depressed waiting for them to reach out, wallowing, looking at your phone. No, you have to move on. You have to progress. You have to do what you have to do with yourself, for yourself, and or with the people who do reach out to you. Because what you're going to find, if, for example, you have 200 names in your phone, you can go 6 months to a year and not reach out to someone. And you know what's going to happen? 10 to 25 people in your phone will probably reach out to you within that year. Everyone else is not that they're mean-spirited. They're just doing them. You're not a priority. When you reach out to them and you contact them, that's when you pop up in their conscious and subconscious. Then it's like, hey, what's going on? But if you don't reach out to them, it's almost like out of sight, out of mind. And then you have to say to yourself, is that a real friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was out of here, would you know? Or it would just be, hey, whatever happened to so-and-so? They'd be like, oh, so-and-so's out of here. They were blah, blah, blah. And then, really, they've been gone for like a year now, 2 years now. Do you really need people like that in your life? You know what I'm saying? So don't be, how would you say, communication thirsty. Wait to see who reaches out to you. Wait and see who reaches out to you. And when you get those people who text, hey, what's up? What's going on? Haven't heard from you. Those that even call in this day of just, in direct contact. Those who actually call, hey, what's up? I haven't heard from you. What's going on? Hey, I'm in the neighborhood, wanted to meet up. You okay? What's going on with you? These are the people who genuinely have your best interest in mind. Some would say, what's the difference between those people and these? These are the people who are not necessarily asking what you've been up to. What have you been doing? They're asking you, how are you feeling? How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between what you're doing and how you're doing and how you're feeling. That's just my short message for today. Peace and love, everybody. Down here in beautiful South. Well, it's raining right now, but going to head up north in the next few days. But yeah, man, peace and love.